So fast forward a little bit, I'm doing really well. I'm going to make it. It's now September, so we're November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Okay, we're going on 11 months, so this is going to be a whole year of my life before this whole thing is over with. And I'm so grateful that President Obama did what he did, that I have made it my business to just understand as much as I can about not only the Affordable Care Act, but healthcare reform, the history of healthcare reform in America, so that I can put it into plain language and use my skills as a nonprofit leader in getting the word out and communicating with people about what is in the Affordable Care Act and what we stand to lose if Mitt Romney wins this election in November. I don't want to see that happen for many reasons, but for today's purposes, I'm going to focus on health care and say that if he is elected and makes good on this promise to repeal Obamacare, I'm in big trouble, because what am I going to do? I'm not going to be able to get health insurance. I'm going to still need to be watched for 5 years. I'm going to be under the care of my oncologist, and now I will be labeled with a pre-existing condition. So who's going to insure me? And as a self-employed person, how am I going to be able to afford it? If we couldn't afford $1,500 before, without all the restrictions on these billionaire health insurance companies, they could charge whatever they want without the Affordable Care Act. And then I'm never going to be able to afford insurance, nor will my husband. So I'm scared about that. I'm scared about what they'll do to Medicare, because my husband's 10 years older than I am, and he is labeled with a pre-existing condition. If seniors can't afford right now to make up the difference, $500 to $2,000 for their prescriptions in what they call that donut hole, which is being closed because of the Affordable Care Act, how are they going to pay an extra $6,000 or more per year to make up the differences for private health insurance? Under Ryan's plan, they'll give the seniors a voucher and say, go buy your own health insurance. But if they have a pre-existing condition, like my husband and myself, you could still be denied if if health insurance companies aren't forced to take people with pre-existing conditions. They can say no to you, which most seniors have got some sort of pre-existing condition. They could say no to you, and that voucher is not going to cover it. That's what they'll be able to charge whatever they want. So the seniors are going to have to make up the difference. The vouchers don't cover. And if you're living on Social Security, you aren't going to be able to do it. So you're not going to have insurance. So these are the things that people don't understand, because they're being lied to, or it's just so complicated they just can't wrap their heads around all of this, or they're just disgusted and they just tuned out and they don't want to hear about it, or they're lazy and they're not paying attention because they're lazy. So what I want to say to you, America, is it's really important that we all pay better attention to what's going on. And I know it's no fun, but right now we're being lied to an awful lot by Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan. And the Obama campaign is doing a much better job of getting the message out on what the Affordable Care Act is, but in the beginning they didn't. And then you had the crazy Tea Partiers showing up when you had the Congress members were trying to do town halls and educate people about what was going on, and then they were intimidating the legislators, and so the legislators were bullied into voting against, but it passed. But then the Tea Partiers got all these wackadoodles voted in 2010, and now what's happened is this poor president has not been able to do much because of the Republican stronghold that's going on right now. And so I want people to really know what's going on and quit blaming him as if he has the power to make laws and get all this stuff done. It's on Congress. And it's on the Republicans in Congress who have made a real mess of things, and all they want to do is just see this president fail at our expense. So Romney cannot win, and I want people to not only vote for Obama, but I want you to work for Obama to help get him elected, because he's up against some serious cash because of Citizens United. And the Republicans are really the party for the 1% and corporations, and they're exploiting a big chunk of this population by playing all these games and getting people all excited about all these social issues like abortion and Christianity and all this stuff. And it's a game that they've been playing for a long time. I want you to be smarter than this. You need to do what Thomas Jefferson envisioned, and that is educate yourselves. Read, 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 read. Surround yourself with smart people. Know when you're being lied to. It's on you. It's on you to take responsibility for what you let get into your mind, and you need to sit and think about this stuff, and you need to show up and vote like a smart person. So with that, the last thing I want to say is just with this whole crazy thing with the war on women, it is very real. I encourage you to read my blog. This is what I've been doing for the past 10 months, asking myself questions, going out and doing research. I cite all my sources, so I know what I'm talking about. Read up, please. Start with my blog and then check out my sources, and then just keep reading on your own. Don't even take my word for everything. Keep reading and researching, and so that you know what's going on. www.highdeductibles.blogspot.com, and I have all these different things that I've been writing about. Towards the bottom, you'll see where I start writing about the history of Social Security and Medicare, give you some background on what's happened in this country so far. And every step of the way, it's been the Republicans, the American Medical Association, pharmaceutical companies, and big business that's stood in the way of health care reform. And, just think about that. Why is that? So don't be afraid of reform, and don't believe the crazy talk. Take responsibility. Please do like what the president said in his speech, the Democratic National Convention. He put it on us. This is our country. Personal responsibility does not mean it's all about me. It means being responsible for myself, being responsible insofar as being a good citizen, and being responsible for my neighbor and making sure that we're all okay. This is the United States of America, the greatest, strongest, most prosperous country in the world. It's not right that people are getting kicked to the curb because they can't afford the health care, they can't afford food. There's reasons for that, and it's not because they're deadbeats and that they're lazy. Thank you.